Hello everybody, it's Vincent Grosso and welcome back to another episode of my channel. And today we're going to talk about the importance of support groups. Let's talk about it. Well, hello everybody, it's Vincent Grosso here once again, coming back at you with a very important video topic. And what is that video topic? It's the importance of groups, support groups, tech groups. You know, they're vitally important, and they come from your Association for the Blind, or maybe a community on Facebook, or you just gotta do your homework and you will find these things out. Now, why do I say this? Because I was blessed enough to find a peer support group in my state and a tech group. However, I'm not in the tech group currently. I would love to be there, but because of not being able to drive and having to take care of a 3-year-old little girl, it's just not on my agenda list. You know, it just can't be met. So, but if I could, I'd be doing all of them. And if there was other ones that I knew about, I would be doing those as well. But let's talk about it. So, when I first became visually impaired, I was devastated, I was depressed, I felt alone, I didn't know anybody that was visually impaired or blind, never met anybody in my life that I'm aware of, other than someone who wore glasses. I was so new to everything. I had a cell phone that was an Android phone, and it was a good one. It was an LG V20, and it had accessibility features built into it. I didn't know that. I just owned an Android. I didn't know what it could do. I didn't know what accessibility was. You know, I didn't know anything. You know, and in past videos on my channel, I have showed you that I've owned other devices that were already in my house, under my roof, and I didn't even know they had accessibility features at my disposal, and it saved me a lot of money. So, but that said, I didn't know anything. I was in the dark. No pun intended. And I needed some help. My kids and my wife and my friends, they're all great and everything, but that's not enough for us. And we know this. As visually impaired or blind people, we know that just your friends alone isn't enough. You should seek help one way. And I'm not saying go and take pills or medicine. I'm saying peer support groups, hotlines to call, stuff like that. You need to talk to somebody else, especially somebody that doesn't know you or somebody that's been through what you're going through already. That is the help you can get. YouTube was a great platform for that, by the way. I will mention this because, you know, I got to meet a lot of people that were just like me, and I got to meet people that had so much great information to spread all around. And you know, and I'm grateful for all you guys still. I still watch a lot of your videos. Even if I'm not commenting, I'm still watching them. So, I mean, every morning I wake up, I spend a good hour at least listening to videos. So, if you have a video up, chances are I've heard it. So, but anyway, I'm deterring from the subject as usual because I'm a ranter. But we're going back on the topic, people. So, I was depressed, and all I know is I needed something. So when I contacted the Association for the Blind, I didn't contact them for those reasons. I officially contacted them trying to buy a white cane, thinking they were a store, but they weren't. And then the lady came and she told me about showing me devices and everything and tech that could help me. And then after I did all those, and I got mobility training, after I got the mobility training, they offered me support. And the support groups they offered me was a peer support group that I go to once a month. It's not like once a week. You know, if it was, that'd be awesome. But it's not. It's only once a month, but that's enough for me to live my regular normal life and then go and see awesome, amazing friends. And the first, I will say, the first visit I went to my peer support, everybody was pretty mopey, but I won't get into it because what's in that room stays in that room. But, you know, it made me a little bit mopey because I was nervous for my future as a newly blind individual or visually impaired individual. But then the second I decided, you know, I'm going to go to the second one. I went to the second one and it was 360-degree difference. It was totally different. Everybody was happy, but that was the first peer support of the year. So Yes, people had rough times, so people had some sad stories. But guess what? It got better in each and every group. I made so many new friends. I met people that were completely blind. I met people that were partially blind. I met people that were blind and got their sight back. That's amazing, you know, and I there's so many characters out in the world there that you don't even know. From everything from diabetic retinopathy to RP to LHON to glaucoma and whole other. You know, that's where I learned about a thing called the trifecta. If you don't know what the trifecta is, the trifecta is when you have like 3 or more eye issues at one time. That's a trifecta. And you start to feel for these people, but you get to see that even through their grief and even through their blindness, they are all still so happy, and they get around, they live their lives to the fullest that they can. And I just love going there. These people are not just people anymore. They're literally family to me. I love you guys so much if you're watching this video or listening to this video. I just love you guys. And every month I get to spend time with you is a great day for me. So, peer support's great. You can get out your frustrations. They go around a table and they ask everybody individually to speak their mind, you know? And it's good to get it out. It's so good to get it out. When you get it out, you're good for a week. You're good for even a day. Even if your depression was so bad, you're good for an hour. Whatever, you're good, okay? You got it out, you vented. You feel better to vent. When you bottle it up, you stress out, you hold this big ball of stress, and you make worse medical issues for your body and yourself and your mind, okay? So getting it out is vitally important. So I highly recommend you call or go to a association for the blind in your state, and you definitely check out peer support groups. Now, tech groups. I went to a tech group. I loved it. I even did a presentation on a Raspberry Pi, and I will do a future video on Raspberry Pi for you guys. If you don't know what Raspberry Pi is, it's a computer the size of a credit card. Now, before my vision loss, I love to play with these things, okay? You can do so much. You can make them a PC the size of a credit card in your pocket. You can, you know, do everything from that to video games to making accessible devices for the blind and visually impaired. Yes, and that's what my video topic will be about. So be ready for that. I do have plans, but I want to get all the criteria correct. I'm still new at all this, and I want it to be perfect, and I don't want to be giving out disinformation. So it's very important to me that I make these videos good. The tech groups. I got to do a presentation, and that was amazing. I got to learn. I learned about NVDA through the tech group. I didn't know what that was. I did not. That was something I couldn't even learn on YouTube. By the time people were talking about it on YouTube, I had already known about it. So, which was a cool thing. And I was getting information there, and then I was able to help other people because there were so many people at the tech group, and there's people that range from young to very old, and they don't know about accessibility and all that. And I was happy to share what information I knew and somebody else vice versa, and it just flew around and everyone's just spitting out tech, and it was just awesome. But they try to stay on a topic. But those are great, and you can get out, just like peer support, believe it or not, in a tech group, you can get out your frustrations about something they like NVDA. I can't figure it out. You could tell people at tech, and somebody will always have an answer to help you out and make your life easier, okay? There's solutions. That's great things about tech groups. So, peer support, tech groups, and then I found out there was a group in my town that were willing to pick me up, but every time they tried to pick me up, something would happen in my life where I couldn't make it, or miscommunication where I told her I couldn't and she still showed up. Stuff like that, so I just kind of veered off for that one. Maybe down the road I'll still go to it, but that's another option for me, and that's once a month as well. So you gotta look. There's communities out in your towns. There's communities out in your cities. You gotta find them. You gotta Google. Don't be afraid of Facebook. You know, just do your best to do your research, or the Association for the Blind will already have this information for you. So, the importance of peer support and tech and just groups in general is amazing. It's done wonders for me, to the point where I have to do at least one of them. I have to go there. And the wonderful other things about peer support, at the end of every year, in April, we get to go to a thing called Vision Weekend. And it's at a hotel, and they put you up there free of charge, basically. It costs you $20. Who can't scrounge out 20 bucks? I don't care how poor you are. You can scrounge up 20 bucks. Okay, so if you save $20 and you give them $20, they take you to a beautiful hotel, and they put you in a room with a partner or by yourself, and you can even bring your spouse if you want, and it costs them the same amount as far as I remember. But you can go and bunkie up with a friend from your peer support, which I did, and they have a ballroom where they do DJs and dancing. They had a motivational speaker come and talk to us, a guy who climbed Mount Everest, who was completely blind. He was amazing. They fed us 3 times a day. They gave us snacks. Everybody just got to hang out. We got to go swimming in a pool, got a jacuzzi. It was just amazing. It was an awesome experience. I can't wait till the next one, because I'm definitely going every year. But peer support groups do stuff like that. My deep sea fishing video, if you have not watched that, watch it. That video was part of the peer support group. They did a special. One of the individuals, Jeff, my buddy Jeff, he set it up for us, and we got to go out deep sea fishing. It was so much fun. And that was also part of my peer support group. So there's so many options and opportunities. And they do other things, like they go to the theater. They do all these other things. Canoe trips. They go camping. There's camps for the blind you can go to, and go climb trees and just zip lines and just camp out in the good old nature. So look into it. I'm telling you, you're going to make friends. You're going to get the support you need. You're going to get the balance in your life. You're going to have solutions. I could keep going, but I don't have that many fingers. So, all right, guys, that's all I got to say about support groups. So if you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button, and please, 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 please leave a comment, all right? I enjoy listening to them, and I really enjoy replying back. So, as always, I will see you again next week. Bye.